because doubling it up.
Yeah. Hello. Hi.
How's it going, Adam? You're still muted.
Yeah. Last time on This Old House.
Holy shit.
Hmm?
I just became a Twitch affiliate.
Oh, congrats.
I don't even know how.
People like you. They really like you.
Shit. Oh, no.
Does anyone watch Merchant in the Curse of Strahd game that he's running?
Unfortunately, no. I have not seen other people's takes on Strahd.
Well, he's like a magic YouTuber and like kind of blew me away with his gnome voice. Like his last game, he played like a rough goblin and doing a pretty awesome gnome mage.
Mm-hmm.
Like World of Warcraft style gnome voice. It's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, guys?
Oh, there it is.
How's everybody doing?
We're alive.
We're in here for now. Yeah. No, Brent. You might want to send me that link later.
That link.
Of the Strahd game.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem.
Curse of Strahd is one of those campaigns I'd be interested in running. That or a version of Waterdeep Dragon Heists.
It's another good one.
Give me actual horror.
Alright, why don't we get started if everybody's here and ready?
I believe so. Everyone got their beverage of choice?
The blood of my adventurers. Yes.
Hey, man.
Doesn't go down easy, but man, does it taste so freaking good.
Quench.
Quench the thirst.
Bloody Mary, full of vodka, holiest of cocktails.
Blessed are adventurers among NPCs. Alright. So, guys, it's been a week. Hope you guys had a good break. However, your adventures have had a less eventful break. We pick up deep within Wave Echo Cave, the lost mine of Phandelver. About a couple weeks since when we started this adventure, leaving Neverwinter on the road to Phandalin, going through a couple of adventures at a goblin hideout, a abandoned and then retaken castle known as Cragmaw Castle, led by King Gruul and his tribe of goblins. We've also dealt with the Red Brand Ruffians and their own establishment, the Tresender Manor, which was once a smuggler's den, or rather a house that gained its wealth through smuggling and that kind of thing, having tunnels used for escape and an underground crypt along with various other assortment of things. You guys defeated them there as well, and you also fought a mage known as Glassstaff. So for a while now, you guys have had a quite adventurous time, and it's been a bit since you've actually stayed in one location for very long. But here you are now, together, and at least a couple or so, if not a few hours in, I would say maybe 4 or 5 hours into the day, when you stepped into the cave. Darkness has taken, except for the couple of you who have been using torches. You find that the cave has been abandoned for the most part and left to the undead who now dwell within its halls. You continue while you guys are taking a short rest deep within it after slaying a cohort of ghouls and undead that lay dead, and you now are on an area overlooking what looks like a either mess hall area or abandoned place where there are at least a couple of tables. You see dead bodies torn apart, flattened by rock, or just dismembered, and very old signs of dry blood as skeletons now adorn this floor. And we will pick up here within Wave Echo Cave while you guys are resting amongst one another, trying to recuperate from the damage you have sustained so far. And with that, I'll let you guys take over.
Okay, so I'm going to. How big is the space that we're?
Pretty big.
Yeah, if we could see that map again, that we were resting.
Sure.
We're in that corridor, right? That
We're
like
just before the
room with the
dwarven
Sturgis.
cafeteria. Not the Sturges. This was where we
this was
set up
the-
that bramble patch.
Yeah.
This is where I planted
Right,
my garden
right,
of the
right,
dead.
yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, well, I'm gonna. I guess I'll stay where I am. Yeah. And before I start anything, I'm going to take out my book of lore and see if there is anything inside of it about voices in the head or anything like unexplained like that.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Oh, that's a save, my fault.
It would be the same. Except minus the 2, so it'd be a 6. So, going through the book, it's mostly about lores and mythologies and some histories about the arcane. There is nothing that pertains to voices or like physical or mental afflictions, such as that, magical or otherwise. Passing through it for the next 10 or so minutes, you find yourself reading through it with silence in your head and the surrounding area. Your allies remain quiet for the most part. No information that you are looking for immediately.
Okay, well, I'm gonna So I'll take out my my holy symbol and just like place it down in front of me. And well, I'm going to attempt to contact whoever was in my head the previous days, and so I am going to continuously change through each language: Celestial, Draconic, and Primordial, and I'm just gonna continuously ask, who are you, where are you, and I'm just gonna continue changing throughout those languages.
Alright. Why don't you give me a wisdom check? Or actually, give me an arcana check. Okay. Natural 20. So, as people are continuing on with their rest, you close your book of lore, tie it tight with its leather strap. You put it away on the ground for a moment and remove your holy symbol. Symbol you found a long time ago when you were still unsure of magic and did not have the gifts you have currently. You speak in Celestial and Draconic and the various languages that you know, and continue a not what could be considered a prayer, but it's more of a conversation that transitions through the various languages. It's around maybe 2 minutes in when you start to try to cast the conjuration magics that you use innately through for the past few years. I guess not innately, but that you've learned to focus and hone. And you start to telepathically cast the spell. And immediately your eyes go dark. You find yourself blind. And looking up and down and aimlessly around to find you cannot see.
Okay. I'm just going to ask, can you hear me? In Draconic, in my head.
You speak out with your mind, using words inaudible. You turn to look around, there's just darkness. Not even your feet below you or your hands can you see, but you speak out, and with each word it echoes out consistently and almost reverberating like audio feedback. It almost hurts your ear when it returns back in a sharp tone, but once the silence takes the area, you hear an echoing groan with bass and depth call out.
Okay, am I in like is it do I feel like I'm in like a different like ethereal plane by any chance?
You're definitely not where you were.
Okay. I'm gonna try to walk towards it if I could like make out where it's coming from.
As you approach, you feel the floor almost like a shallow puddle of water surrounds you. You feel this almost wetness to the ground with a glass base, and moving closer to what you assume is some sort of slumbering entity. It eventually turns into a bright purple. It emanates this large and consuming glow around you until all you can see is light and mass and energy from different shades of dark purples settling into light blues that swirl around into this massive, large, planet-sized light. And it just emanates very brightly and then dwindles back into darkness. But as it grew in light, you heard it speak out into your mind. Chosen one.
Okay, so at this point it's dwindled, right? The light?
No, it's dim.
It's dim. Is it like within reach?
From what you last saw, the light energy was just a powerful mass, basically about the size of a planet or small moon. For miles you could see above until you can no longer see through the brightness of the light. It is no longer a light, however. It only became that once it spoke.
Who are you, and where have you been this entire time that I needed you?
The entity's light emanates a additional time as it speaks out to you again. Watching, learning.
Well, I needed you this entire time, and I'm out here basically useless without you. I'm doing this for you.
The light grows up again. What is it you speak? What is it you need?
I need you. I'm here in this cave that I know nothing about to get this forge you speak of. I don't understand anything that you want me to do, but I'm doing this for you.
When it doesn't speak, it is a utter and complete abyss of darkness. And then it comes back again. Knowledge.
What do you need the spell forge for?
I need one thing. And the darkness settles.
Okay, I'm still in the like plane, right?
You're wherever it is you are.
Okay. What is it that you need? Do you even need the spell forge?
You! And that's when the light grows too bright for you to handle. And as it mutters out you, and the echoing volume of it almost surrounds your person, almost like a touch from someone's hand. It warms your body and becomes cold. And immediately the glow after, before it would normally settle back, just emits into a almost explosion of lights that cascade in every direction if you could see, but you don't see. It blinds you, and immediately you are filled with flashes of a massive dungeon, a dwarven underground cave, much like this, but new and filled with people. You see dwarves in battle armor, hardened iron, clashing with orc barbarians who are just endlessly flooding the crypts, the hallways. You see human wizards casting arcane spells to disintegrate, set aflame. You see gnome engineers firing off these boomsticks and holding back and supporting whichever allies are nearby. Eventually, you see a man run to a door. He closes it behind him, and the room is considered in what would have been perfect darkness, except a green flame emitting from within the room. He looks to the flame, and your vision stops. And you are back within the area that you were once in. Your allies sporadically moving here and there, walking to one, talking to another, Vondel looking over the edge at the area below. And you look around and now, for some reason, have a much clearer understanding of this place. And I'm going to reveal some areas for you on the map.
Okay.
So, what are you all doing?
I'm just slowly recovering. Try to get up and just take a couple deep breaths. And I'm just standing, really. Not really doing much.
I'm still keeping a lookout down those stairs with Vondel. Performing a little sword maintenance about it.
Hazin,
Yes.
after we are done, what do you intend to do?
Well, depending on whether or not my message reaches the proper ears, and on the offhand someone actually comes down to handle my ridiculous request, I may be heading to Neverwinter after this.
Quick question, can you guys still see areas, or are you in complete darkness?
I'm all black.
Currently, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I dipped in and out. I was like, map, screen went black.
That's fine.
I got everything back and then screen went black again.
No worries. I'm trying to use the video system, but I don't think it works well with Fog of War and Line of Sight.
It's... I do hope that you find yourself successful, should we all live.
It's a plan. Surviving is always a good plan.
Indeed. I know that quite well.
You should think about coming with me, Vondel. I could probably do something for those marks of yours.
No. My answers will be here. They are not then. Only my task remains. I came to these lands looking for those with ability and compassion. I was hoping I could persuade some to follow me to my homelands, so I may defend it. Of course, that has not gone as planned. But well, you've seen it yourself.
But aside from one
But-
loss, we've not done too bad.
More
Um,
than one.
Oh, that's right. Forgive me. I keep forgetting about your friend before we met.
Yes, well, these have been a trying couple of weeks. In a certain perspective, it certainly has been light compared to my past. I'm from a land that is constantly under siege, and to only lose two within weeks is a miracle, as it were. I can't persuade you to follow me there, but if you have nowhere else to go, I most certainly would wish your company.
Once everything is settled one way or the other with Alton, I don't mind going with you. I have a suspicion there's a lucrative future there. And I don't mind a little danger every now and then.
Aglarond has many secrets. More so now, ever since the Spell Plague 200 years ago. That brought the secrets to life in my lands. Secrets that have currently poisoned me. Well, I was going to save this for later, but I pull out the perfect diamond and I toss it to you.
Grab
A
it.
payment.
This
Hopefully it can buy a soul.
is a bit much. You realize that, right?
Not for what needs to be done if you wish to save that life from the grave.
You know of that spell? Of that magic?
I come from a land besieged. And we have spent many diamonds trying to save those we can. One of which... And I rub my knee, my bad leg. I slowly get up.
Let us
And yet
let us
on.
hope this
It's
is
more fitting.
So,
Are we ready to move out? Kazuto?
I'm good
Ogun?
when you guys are.
Yes.
Did we take a short rest here?
Yes.
sir.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll a hit dice and I'm good to go.
Don't forget the +6.
Oh yes, because you sung a tune.
There we go. Feeling all better now.
So, you guys find yourselves rested a bit during the short rest. And, damn, you're all at full health already?
Yeah?
Essentially full. I'm 29 out of 30.
So you're all at full health already? That's pretty.
Well,
Did we get,
that's...
did we get like a new? Did we get like a new overlay or something?
To find new overlay,
Why do like the health bars and stuff look different?
there was an update.
Ah,
Alright, so it would help if I did not play that and actually had music. So, you guys find yourselves now done with your rest, just standing up, gathering your things, prepared to move forward. What would you guys like to do?
If everyone else is set behind me, I will head first into the area below.
Okay.
I ready bow, and I'm staying at the top of the stairs. And if I see anything aside from Vondel move, I'm shooting it.
I ready my pistol, and I am going to go with Fondle.
Okay.
Anything aside from Kazuto and Vondel, I'll shoot it.
I'm gonna.
You fire.
Oh,
Everything
okay.
aside from the party, I'll shoot it.
There it is.
So, you guys make your way down the stairs into this hall where you couldn't assume was once a dining area. This area actually has a very high ceiling that goes up almost, basically, for the most of you, out of your visual. Get the idea this is probably still part of a natural cavern instead of just part of whatever mine or fortress this could have been.
Mhm.
But you see nothing of significance, just the same 1,000-year-old abandoned massacre that was once here.
During our rest, and you said last time that we heard the booming of echo through the area. Do I have a sense of what direction it came from? I noticed with my dark vision, I do see a pathway here and another set of stairways over here.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
16. Gathering from the last mass of sound that came. It definitely came from the northmost region of whatever this area is, but not necessarily straight north from here. Based on the silence and emptiness of this cave, it would have echoed pretty familiar. I guess the word is like more it would more evenly be distributed from all the from the northern hall to the north and east, but it definitely, for your experience, has the sound emanated from the north.
Okay. Well, I will motion for the group to follow me, and I will check this hall first. My shield ready, tapping along.
Okay. Making your way forward, you see a staircase filled with dust and occasional peppering of rocks and a rusted sword at the bottom.
I motion for pausing towards the blade, and then I will slowly ascend the stairway to check for any enemies or other undead, etc.
Vondel, I urge you to be careful.
Make me a stealth check, Vondo.
Stealth check.
Yes, sir.
How's that clang of scale mail?
It clangs as you move up the stairs. It shuffles in place. Not a definitive, like loud noise, but the only noise within the cave. As you turn and look to your left, you see a door, and you look to your right and see an undead creature turn and look towards you.
Okay.
It looks fleshy. It looks dwarven. It looks up at you as it's shorter than you, turning with claws out, with a drooping face, and notices you. And if I could just put it on the layer.
Two things. So, my light is like my vision is still connected to Hazin. Every time he moves, my vision changes. Is there a reason for that?
I have no earthly idea.
Yeah, because like it was pit.
Do you
it
have
was
a-
pitch
I
black.
have no torch, so that I don't.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
No,
radiant as
I don't
fuck.
know.
Maybe that's why.
Well, wait. Ogum has
Must
the
be all.
torch.
Must be all that bling bling.
The only person who has light is Ogum.
Yeah, because every time he moves, my vision changes on the map. So I don't want to like. I don't want that
Actually, to be fair, now that you mention it, my vision cone. Oh no, I guess that would be still dark vision would look the same way, right?
I'm just curious. Does it change when I'm? Well, no, I've got other
When-
people are lit up.
so-
No, you've got
so-
light. So-
So you're moving. Like it's changing for me. But whenever Hazin moves, like that's when I can see ahead of me.
Weird.
I don't know. And the second thing, I'm gonna cast over.
Are you connecting to me by mistake? You fucking magic ass motherfucker.
I don't know, man.
Just
was
right
gonna
in behind
Keep
the
your eyes peeled. You're gonna see magnificence.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure how you would know to cast Armor of Agathis, but to give you maybe a hint, the moment I see the undead, I will draw a rapier and rush at it, shield first, to bash and block.
Okay,
I know. I'm just casting it
go
for
for
my
it.
own safety.
So,
Well, you don't see any of the zombies. You just see Vaughn will turn the corner and run forward.
Yep.
yeah, just sing.
So you rush forward. Go for it.
do I
Run.
do I at least hear him yank the sword out?
I mean, you'd see it if you were
see
looking.
him pull his sword out and rush forward.
From where I am down the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna ready my staff and Eldritch Blast at the end of it.
Then I'm gonna keep my 2 scimitars at the ready.
Okay.
Stretch my back.
We going on initiative or
No, you see the goblet. You see the zombie. The zombie sees you. What do? You rush forward. Go ahead and make your attack.
yeah, I will. Why did you move up, man? Does a 15 hit?
A 15 will hit.
It will take 8.
Okay. So you rush forward and you pierce through. It's very clear openings in its armor. It sticks through. It reels back and immediately just retorts with trying to grab at you, making a attack at you. That's gonna be a 9 to hit, which will miss. So the creature reels forward. You bash its hand away and bring down your rapier and cut it clean off. Its right hand now fallen to the ground. It looks down at it and then looks back towards you and reels forward again, now without an arm. It is short enough that you can see behind it, and you see an additional zombie turning, this one in human, almost brownish robes, turning towards you and now beginning to shuffle. And as he shuffles forward, you hear a faint bit of more moans and groans coming from around this area as they start to echo a bit. And
Yep.
now we can all roll initiative. So I'm going to add to turn, and
Oh, I was too quick.
let's see if we can. Okay. Turn this.
Okay. It's not terrible. Okay.
What? Problem?
No problem.
Okay. So, as you guys roll initiative, I'm gonna put some of this music at the beyond. Let's see what we got.
Well, I know my job again.
Only could see one zombie and then half a zombie. Am I supposed to see that?
Good.
All right.
Yep. Your
Just
vision is working.
Everything's working.
Just
Don't
making sure.
don't you worry about it.
Don't worry about it. We're good. And as that all happens, let's see if the initiative thing worked. So Apollyon at 14, Zudo at 5, Hazin at 24, Ogum at 11. You guys all good there?
Yes.
Looks good to me.
Yeah.
All right.
Just need to actually.
Let's see the
There it
zombies
is.
initiative. It's a 16. So they're gonna be going second.
Oh.
And let's see what this is initiative. You got 14. Not bad.
Did we go ahead or behind Apollyon?
Did what go what to who?
Well, you said a 14. Apollyon's a 14. Does it go ahead or behind Apollyon?
Apollyon, what's your dexterity?
Why is that token so small?
My dex is a 0 modifier 11.
Alright, it's going first. Alright, so why don't we get into this, fellas? As immediately after your brief encounter with the zombie continues, you turn over looking around its form and you see and hear the groans of additional zombies coming now in this direction. You also hear a shriek, very much like a ghostly presence. In a movie, it would almost be like very high-pitched, but with a little more bass. Not just a shriek, like a cry, or like a woman's scream, but more like a, well, hard to explain. I'll leave it at that. And as it screeches out and going, it's Hazen's turn.
Alright, 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's get up there. The one right in. You know what? Be a little bold. Get there and take a swing at the one in front of Vondel.
Okay. You approach.
14 to hit.
Yeah, 14 does hit. You flank the creature, and it doesn't notice you immediately.
10 slashing.
You carve into its abdomen and slice down in chunks of guts and intestines fall from its body. It still remains standing as it just hungrily moves continuously still towards Vondel.
Okay, second sword's coming.
Okay,
10 to hit.
10 will hit.
6 slashing.
Okay. You go for the creature's head and you slam, more like a chop into its skull, piercing through its brain. And as the creature looks to be falling slumped to the ground, it falls towards the ground, and then life breathes back into it, and it gets back up mid-fall, grabbing with one hand the ground, and then looking towards Vondel's leg and tries to go in to start biting.
Uh-oh.
Alright, that's my turn. Got nothing else.
Okay. That Vondo, you see the zombie go down, and the very grayness of its eye falling to darkness.
Mm-hmm.
As it falls to the ground, it instinctually snaps back and tries to bite into your leg. That's a 21 a hit.
Is it attacking from prone?
No, that's just flavor.
Okay. Well, then
Let
that
me
hit.
use my flavor, and that's gonna hit you for 5 points of damage as it bites into your leg.
Yep. Good start.
Okay.
Good start.
So it gnaws into your leg, and with that, the other zombies start to shuffle over.
So, Ozum, you just volunteered yourself for the wall. Hope you're ready.
I
Yeah,
volunteer
I
as
figured-
tribute.
I figured this was gonna happen.
Where the fuck did these four come from?
But you might want to get ready because there might be a loud sound coming pretty soon.
No, I won't hear anything when Kazuto shoots me in the head.
Fair. Yeah, fair.
As that's moving forward, the goblins
Jesus,
reel
thanks.
out.
Oh, that
and
was a polygon.
Reel out and start
No, it's
attacking.
both of them. Let's be
Azine,
clear.
you're getting an attack as a zombie rushes at you now. Humanoid in mage robes rushes towards you with both hands and tries to grab at your hand. It's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
That's gonna be 7 points of damage as it grabs your arm and bites into it.
7.
Yes, sir.
So, before we continue, just to be sure, can I use cutting words if it's against me, or does it have to be somebody else?
Be anybody.
Okay. I'm not gonna use it, but just curious.
Okay. With that, the zombies start to swarm this hallway, and you see an endless, almost not an endless one of them, but a mass of them coming, and some sprinkling out from the edge of your vision. And then you hear a as a floating skull wreathed in green flame and bright red eyes looks out and goes, and you see from its bright red eyes this cacophonous laughter. And then 4 beams of light fire off like flames towards you. That is going to be a 13 to hit.
Who is it aiming towards?
Azine.
That it does not hit.
Okay. Followed by a 10 to hit, which will
Nope.
not hit either. So the fire rays just fire out at you, and immediately you just see your eyes flicker with light, and you roll over into Vondo, pushing yourself out of the way, and you see flames just lick the side of the wall and scorch them. You just see, and almost singeing your eyebrows, you are now back into Vondo, and the flame skull just rears out again.
Is there any reason why the skull is not in a square? I just realized that.
worries.
He's like in a cross section for me.
No worries.
But how do I count that in distance wise?
He encompasses all 4 squares around him.
Okay.
No worries. Polyon, you're up.
Okay, so I'm going to move up here, and I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna hold my my staff straight up into the air, and I'm just gonna fire off an Eldritch Blast at the ghoul all the way in the back.
Okay. This one?
Yes.
Okay. 18 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. As you see an opening part between Hazin and Vondo and the other zombies, you reach out your hand and you take the shot, dealing 10 points of damage. The Eldritch blast forces its way through the crowd and slams the zombie who used too many goblins, the goblin zombie to the ground. And yeah.
After that, I'm going to scream over to Kazuto and Ogum to be careful, and I'm going to end my turn there.
Okay. Ogum, you're up.
I'm just gonna Vine Whip the one in front of Kazin.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an attack. As you guys see the zombie shuffling forward.
But
There you go. 10 will hit.
2 damage.
Okay.
And I would pull it toward me, but Hazin's in the way.
No problem. You get into behind Hazin. You see your nice diagonal path through. You bring your whip over your hand, and you crack it. Not crack it, but when you get it around the neck of the zombie, you pull, and as you pull it off, the head comes right off and rolls to the ground. The zombie corpse drops to 2 knees, and then the head eyes open, and the zombie head looks up towards Vondo, and the decapitated zombie body continues. It gets back up, and it goes towards Vondel again.
See that there? How'd you get? Wait, you're not supposed to get back up.
So you would know, Ogum, that the zombies, particularly, are a very dangerous foe in swarms, for they have what is kind of known as undead fortitude. When usually they take lethal damage, they sometimes get back up, and especially when in a situation like this where they're swarming, it can't be easy to guarantee a kill unless you draw some sort of critical or radiant damage.
You don't say.
Or you've done enough times where its fortitude resolves.
I'll have to wait until next turn then. I'm just gonna cast Shillelagh in my turn.
Okay. As that happens, Vondel, you're up. You see the zombie head roll to the ground, look up at you, and then this headless body just get up and just start aimlessly lunging for you.
Well, hopefully I will deal with that one by taking care of his friend. I'm gonna aim for the one that attacked Hazen. The rapier ignites in green flame.
That will definitely hit.
So
9.
this is the one that takes 9, and then the one in front of me takes 4.
Okay.
As the flame leaps over.
So the zombie goes to lunge for you. You go to one knee, slash upward towards the opposite zombie. The arc slashes up from its abdomen up to its torso, cutting through its breast, and a flame then arcs up with that strike, and then arcs over towards this zombie and douses him in flame. Let's see. 5+. That will be enough. As it jumps on the zombie, the skull on the ground reels out in pain. And the zombie that has no head just falls to the ground, now cooking into the green flame. So that one will be no more.
Okay.
And with that, is there anything else you would like to try?
So to be clear, this one is still up.
Yes.
All right. Can you remove the token of the dead zombie?
Sure.
because I will advance, and then I will go ahead and action surge now, and the green flame with the rapier, again, attacking the same zombie here.
Okay.
Was a 12 hit?
A 12 will hit.
So this is just a horizontal slash left to right. And I cut into the neck of that zombie and then pull the flames over to hit the zombie here.
Okay, cool. I'll be 4. As the flame shrieks out, you see more of this area. For a brief glance, you see a large forge in this area, and this large construction, just 5 times, maybe even 10 times bigger than it probably should be, but it means nothing right now. So with that, is your turn good?
Yes.
Okay. So with that, Kazuto, you're up.
I would like to bring out my my long sword and go and jump in front of Hazin and aim for the zombie in front of him.
Okay.
And try to slice his head off.
All right, nice. Bring out the long sword. You get close enough, and you go ahead and try to make a clean arc through its neck. That's gonna miss. You swing forward, and you cut just the neck of the creature, but it doesn't respond to the pain. It looks towards you, and then tries to usher itself in your direction now. Just.
Nah, that's all I'm gonna do for now.
All right. With the top of the round coming, Hazin, you see that floating flame skull. It takes up every square around it. So, to the 4 that it encompasses, that it dips into, that is its box. And with that, the flame reels out and prepares its red eyes start to ignite with another flame. What would you like to do?
Alright, so this square right there, I could that doesn't want to click apparently.
Are you on your arrow and holding?
Yeah, click to the arrow. I just wanted it to do the radius thing.
No, just click and hold.
Oh, right. Okay, so there.
Okay.
10-foot radius. So that's 10 across the board. So right there, I'm gonna hold the swords out. I'm gonna start gathering this ethereal sand in that spot. It starts forming into a ball, and I'm gonna shatter the ball and cast shatter in that area.
So these 3 zombies. So these 2 zombies and the flame
It
skull.
would be actually everything if I counted it right.
How big is the radius?
It's 10 foot.
Okay. So yeah.
So it should be everything as long as, and it shouldn't catch. I'm missing the 1 zombie in front of me, but I'm catching the other 5.
Yeah, you should get it. You should get all the zombies in front of you and the.
Well,
flame
it's
skull.
It's one to your right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Otherwise, I'd be
This
hitting.
one.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd be
Oh,
hitting.
so you're trying to hit the. Okay.
One
I
up.
get it. So one
Yeah.
up, the one to the left, the one to the bottom left, the one to the up. Well, I wouldn't get the one on the right.
No, it wouldn't get the one to the right,
Okay.
and it would be 1 square up to catch this one, this one, this one.
Yeah. It would be catching.
one,
It would be
and the
catching the
skull.
4 zombies
Yeah.
and the skull.
No problem. Go ahead and make.
Alright.
What's the saving throw?
It's a DC. Hold on. Let me double check that to make sure that updated correctly. It is a DC 14.
Shatter.
Dex,
What is it?
Constitution.
What is it triggering off of? Constitution.
Okay. So with that, let's see.
And then
Have
if
a
they
14 to save, a 17 to save, a 17 to save, and a 20 to save. Constitution is their bag, baby.
Fuck. Oh, still. I still get to do half.
Yeah.
Pop that.
I heard 4 numbers. Did you do a skull?
Yeah, the flame skull is a 20.
Oh.
Ugh, so just 6.
Oh, you mean the 5th zombie? I forgot there was a 4th zombie.
Well, no, it's 4 zombies
Yeah.
and the skull.
I'll do the last zombie now. Oh, natural 20. Booyah! Doobie doobie doo doo.
And your spell DC was what?
14.
Alright,
Oh my god, they all did it.
So they all just take 6.
no problem. You fire off the ball, and mid arc, the flame skull fires off a red beam and ignites the shadow too early, and it cascades and slams peppering into the air before getting to its full destination. And immediately you hear the shatter, and it goes like 1,000 shattering glasses. Let's see. Wait, I did this one. And he'll take
Does he
this.
constitute inorganic, the skull? Because they get a disadvantage on it.
Inorganic? No, they're not inorganic.
Yeah.
Inorganic would
They're
be
not-
like
they're
a
not
table.
Yeah. They're not golems, they're not warforged. Well, your
Okay.
warforged would be fine against it, but
But anyway, you fire it off, and as the yellow glowing glass sand ball just goes into the air, you just see a and it fires off, and it. Anything else?
Yep.
Okay. With that, the zombies will go, and the zombies are hungry. We've got a 15 to hit Hazen.
That'll hit.
That's 4 damage you
Just
take.
barely hit.
Then we got a zombie for Vondo for a 15 to hit.
that misses. Which zombie did this?
The one below you. Well, not below
Okay.
you, too. I mean, the one in front of you.
Okay.
But I mean the one below, you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
then you have the one above that one go to an attack for a 16.
Okay, that's the one that the blow comes in, it eats a face full of shield,
Okay.
and then I will snap out a riposte.
Okay, nice. An 8 will just hit.
He will take 8 plus 6.
Okay. So, -8, -6. And then, Constitution saving throw. Natural 1. The creature immediately loses. You don't cut the head off, you cut through the brain, exposing the skull. And immediately it walks towards you, and then disheveled falls to the ground as the top of its head, like a cup, falls and rattles to the ground.
Shove it back with my shield and hold it up, looking at the new ones joining the fray.
I'm gonna put him like that because he's the token for the turn order. Okay. With that, the other zombies are gonna move forward. I'm just gonna move him over here because I need his turn order.
Yep, it's fine.
And this one's gonna take its place on his turn, and this one's gonna come over, and with that, it'll take its an attack towards you, Vondo, since you're there, the only one closest to it. It's an 18 to hit.
That misses.
Okay, and I think
More
with
shield.
that the others just keep shuffling this area and start flooding the hallway. And with that, the flame skull will cackle out. And Let's have some fun. We call it. I would like everyone to look up to everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
That
Damn it,
would
I
go
clicked
very
wrong.
badly. Oh, that went very badly.
Oh no.
I'm a turtle. I'm not very dodgeability.
Oh god.
Do you want me to roll that? Do you want me to roll that again?
Why?
Because I clicked Dex by mistake.
Oh, not a save? No,
Yeah.
that's fine.
That's okay.
It would only be less to like. It would be
Are you
higher.
proficient in dexterity?
It would be
Yeah.
Then
well.
then you just add 2 to it.
Well, you had plus. Well, you have
Well, I
plus
was
4
more-
plus
I was
1.
more
I think
worried.
you might need to fix something there. But regardless, it's
No,
high enough.
No, my bonus is 4, and then I get half proficiency because it's
yes.
jack of all trades.
So you add 1 instead, and you rolled a 25. You are
Yeah.
fine.
You're
So.
good. So,
No.
as you're all.
Voices, I don't feel so good.
Don't you ever say that again.
As you all are in your own various areas, some of you don't even see the flame skull. Hazin, you look up towards the creature, and Vonal in your peripheral forces you to look up away from the battle for a brief moment because you see the creature open its mouth and a ball of bright red flame comes out of it, and it goes, and then you see the ball fire straight at you all. Your eyes open wide as you turn, and a fireball blasts and hits everyone, and flames engulf all of you. The only one who makes only 2 who make their save is Vondo and Hazin. You take half of this. Everyone else, you take 27 points of fire damage. As in the halls you hear that's not good. More of like a need more water in my voice, but
Hazin,
just
take 13.
13.
as flames erupt and cascade. But yes, with that, those who save take half, which is
It's 27, 13 and a half,
Yeah.
round down in D&D.
yeah. Nope.
Does
So-
that come from my current HP or temp?
10
And-
first.
First you
Okay.
take away 10 from your temp, and then you take 17. So
Melted that armor of Agatha right off of you.
yeah. So with that, you guys all find yourselves in various states of some of you were blasted to the ground and your ears are ringing. Some of you were blasted into the wall, and that momentum just kept you up. Those of you who are ready for it, like Fondle and Hazi, not particularly ready, but just quick enough on the draw that when it happened, you either brought your shield up to your face or covered some vital parts of your body, or hiding behind the zombies, because the zombies immediately are scorched as well. Let's see.
I was gonna say, I'm guessing that killed some zombies.
Well, let's see. That is 1, 2. That one is 14. That one's good. That one's good. Okay. So this one's down. This one's down. And this one's down. I'm just gonna put them at 0 hit points because they are technically below 0, but they are still alive. Oh, I hit -0. I'm supposed to hit 0. Okay. But with that, you see the zombies. I will say it takes a bit because it's an explosion, but you all eventually gather yourselves and look around, and you see some of the zombies are scorched into ash, but there are a few of them that are lit with flame and still walking now on flame towards you, and they are just, yeah. So with that, Apollyon, it's your turn. You get up, you dust yourself off, you look around, disheveled for a bit, and yeah, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis again. And I'm just gonna move back, and that's it. And my turn.
Okay. With that, Apollyon, make me a perception check.
Oh my god.
Cool. Ogum, you're up.
I'm going to cast my unicorn spirit. I can't make it ping. I want to cast it between the two zombies, like by that bellows, the little corner by the zombie, right there. Yep, drop it there, and then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself and everyone in the party. Well, hang on, I need to measure that first.
Okay.
Is it 30 feet from that point to Polyon?
He is just out.
Okay, can I drop it right? I want to drop it in the same square as a zombie. It's an incorporeal horse.
What do you say that again? Well,
I'm dropping my spirit totem,
Yeah.
the unicorn. I want to drop it right on top of that zombie that's
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry.
to keep
that would be-
Apollyon in the radius.
Yes.
And then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself, and then everybody else, when I do that, heals 4 hit points for being inside the aura of the unicorn.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Fuck
yeah.
you, Brent.
Hey, man.
So I heal.
Why are you complaining? You had a successful fireball that ended any chance of beating this dungeon.
As I see him summon this magical unicorn, I turn to him and give him a hearty thumbs up.
Hardy thumb.
Hearty thumbs up, as in like, fuck yes.
Yes, the unicorn flies out of my crotch and onto the battlefield.
It just rushes forward and it takes this pristine, almost incorporeal position and stands firm. Not very sentient, but stands looking straight ahead over here. And
I imagine it's always rearing up, doing the kick in the air thing.
just
Yeah, it's constantly.
just on loop. Okay. With that, Vondel, you're up, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone in the party, please heal 4 hit points.
Okay.
Yep. No,
Yeah,
it's
they did.
appreciated. Okay. Let me just be sure I know. Okay. I will. Green flame just snap forward, hoping to pierce the zombie in front of me and have the flames go through.
Okay.
Which apparently that's what Reicher does. 11 for the first.
Okay. You cut into the creature, severing its larynx, and immediately the blood pours out, and the flame around the creature dies out, and it falls to the ground. And then it starts crawling towards you.
So that one's still up. How
Yeah.
about this one?
It's a natural one. It will die.
Okay, so that one's dead.
So the green flame slashes on the other one and cooks with the red flame and reduces the zombie to ashes, or more of a mulch.
Okay. Then I am going to move around this zombie, take position over the corpse, and looking back, which one of my party members looks more messed up, Hazin or Kazuda?
Hazin.
then I point my rapier at Hazim, and I speak out in Elvish. Stand and deliver. And Hazim, give yourself 8 temporary hit points.
Sweet.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
No, give yourself 8 temporary.
I did.
It shows you you healed yourself for 2.
Weird, because I have 9 current and then I have 8 temp.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't show me your... Okay, for some reason it was showing Apollyon's temporary before, but not when you're doing it. Okay.
Oh, maybe because Agathis does it as part of its like built-in spell card thing, and like mine doesn't.
It's alright, I was just checking. Because Apollyon had a bubble around him. Okay. Let's see. Not a bubble, just it showed it. Okay. So with that, you good, Vondo?
Yep, that's my turn. So
Alright. Kuzuto, you're up. Your leathers are fucked up.
My what?
Your leathers. Your armor. Your clothes.
Oh.
They're burnt in places.
I'm going to roll. Bring out my my long barrel, and I'm going to roll over to this area right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go aim for a grit shot with the green skull.
Alright, what kind of shot are you taking?
A direct headshot, dazing
Okay.
shot.
Nice.
you're rolling with disadvantage. You just put yourself into melee
Yeah,
with the zombie.
All right. Well,
Nice.
Holy shit, like you need it.
Yes.
Alright. Let me see. 13. Damn it, it won't work. Okay, cool. You fire off the shot, the zombie goes to grab at your barrel, and you fire a cacophonous bang! And it fires straight and true into the flame skull, and it cracks through the top of the skull, and flames rear out, and it goes. "Ah!"
The skull has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, sir. After it takes 10 points of damage.
I just see you pointing your barrel out on the zombie's shoulder, using him like a sandbag as you turn him to aim at the skull.
That will be an 8.
Zombie points. Aim true.
So it will fail, and it will now have disadvantage on attack rolls.
and the one next to me, can I use action surge to slice him with my longsword?
Didn't you use action surge already?
No, not yet.
No, I'm the one that used an action surge.
Well, last
He used it I think before, but we short rested.
Yeah.
Do you get it back during a short rest?
You
Yes.
get it back on a short rest.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Fighters are short rest everything. Cause I'm not.
I don't think Indomitable comes back from short rest, but
Your long barrel is
Action
the
surge.
two-handed rifle, right?
Yeah.
I think you might put your longsword away to use the rifle.
that's fine.
Okay, if it's fine, then
No problem.
So would I have to hit in disadvantage?
No, you just go ahead and make an attack.
no, it's melee. You're
As part of
Okay.
it, action surge, I'd assume the adrenaline would just pick up and just. It's
Okay,
just
yeah.
better that
It's bandoliered around his chest. He just swings the rifle backwards. Fucking yanks the sword.
way. Okay,
Just
11
hooks the
will hit.
holder strap on the zombie and then pulls the sword out and stabs it.
You said 11 hits.
11 hits.
It makes the zombie hold it.
Hold this while I stab you.
The creature goes down as you cut through its shoulder and cut into its heart, and the light starts to fade from its body, and you remove the blade, and it falls to the ground. The creature just now dead permanently, hopefully. Wait, did I delete it already?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
Okay.
Killed the surprise.
All right. Cool. All right. With that, yeah. So, anything else, Kazuto?
No, that's it.
Okay. With that, we're at the top of the round again. Hazin, you're up.
I am going to stab this fucking skull.
Stab. It's floating.
Yes. How high?
30 feet.
I get the boots.
Okay, do it.
Yeah, so I'm vaulting up there. I'm gonna fucking take the 2 scimitars. I'm gonna try to jam it in the fucking
Jump
eyes.
30 feet. Shit.
Well, I got the boots that double it,
Well,
right?
It
Can I still do that?
Well, it should triple. I just don't know where your thing is. I'm gonna say, sure, go for it.
Boots of leaping and striding.
Yeah. No, just do it. Just attack.
Striding and springing. What's
Want me
your
to find
strength
out?
score?
It's alright.
9.
Make your attack.
Sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Could be. Yeah, you're fine. It's athletics. You're fine.
Alright, that will definitely hit.
25. You want me to roll 2? Because I'm stabbing it at the same time with both of them. You want me to do the 2 hits first, or?
I would say you would use your action to jump up to make an attack. Your bonus action wouldn't happen in the same moment.
Okay, that's fair.
That just seems too weird.
Okay.
No,
But I
fuck
am
it. Go ahead.
still
Make an
bringing
attack.
both of them.
Just
Sure?
swing both of them, yeah.
Alright. So Fortuna's 25, $2 is fucking.
Damn.
Nice. Go ahead. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Get him, Tom!
Well,
Natural 20 on that. So
Yes.
Fortuna jams down into one eye socket for 10.
Yeah.
And then $2 slams down for 14.
Okay.
So I did 24
that's-
total.
That's gonna be. Hold on. 1 second. Okay. So you jump up, and how do you want to do this?
So each scimitar jams into each eye socket,
Okay.
and on my way down, as I'm still reaching floor, I yank them sideways. I crack the skull straight down the middle. One side goes to one side of the room, one side goes to the other side of the room. And as my feet hit the ground, I give a little twirl and a bow.
The creature explodes after laughing, just the cackling. And the pieces of bone and skull splinter out, and the flame dies out. The glowing eyes reduced to darkness, and they fall. All of it falls to the ground, and immediately turns into a pile of bone ash. And under it, a nice darkened, heated ground. You start to see the floor kind of sizzle and cook. And Hazin is there, bowed already on the ground, with a 8 out of 10 landing.
Little cheers come out. The zombie above me is just like.
The zombie above you shuffles forward, and Vondel decapitates it. And it is no more. And with that,
All he wanted was my autograph.
Didn't you see the placard? He gave you only a 6.4.
Oh, then
And
good
with-
work, my friend.
You didn't
Hey,
point
Apollyon,
your
where you going?
toes.
where you going, bro? Where you all going? Huh? Where you going? Where you going? What's going on? Huh?
Thought we were done.
Oh, think you guys think you can move? You guys, huh? Think you can move?
No, there was a perception check for Apollyon.
Oh, by the way, any creature within the unicorn's aura, we have advantage to see it on perception checks.
Oh.
That's cool.
Too
Just
bad.
so you know.
Sucks for
Too
you.
bad it's just outside of the range.
Yeah.
So, as that's happening, and Ogum, you see Hazin jump forward and just impale the flame skull. You get a sigh of like just reprieve, knowing that it's going down. Apollyon, you're about to rush forward when the door behind you opens, and you turn around and you see such an annoying familiar sight that it's just, come on. Just come on.
Bugbear Part 4.
As you turn, rushing out, not naked, a bugbear rushes towards you and goes, and immediately goes to grab you. I need you to make a dexterity, an acrobatics, or an athletics check. It's up to you. But the bugbear walks out of the room looking at you and goes to grab you. Uh, 19. That's really good. Gotta find his. I gotta find his thing. No, he grabs at you, and your instinctual adrenaline just push him off you, and you immediately prepare to like rush the opposite way.
I poke him with the staff, and I just back.
Okay. You poke
He
him with the
reapplied
staff.
armor, right?
Yeah.
Does that
No.
work with him grabbing him?
No.
No.
You draw blood, you get blood.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
The pushed back bugbear looks at you. And looking behind him, you see several other bugbears now coming out of the room. What do you want to do? It is your move.
Jesus.
They have a 16 too. Nice.
Okay, well, I'm gonna. If I back up,
Yes.
does he have a? Okay, great. Oh my god. This
You should
is-
make him swing at you.
Yeah, you do have armor on.
I was gonna. No, I was
No.
gonna do something, but I don't know.
You
if
recast it after the fireball, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god. This is really tabletop. No, I don't want to ask it. I don't know. I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
ask, do they know anything about Glesef?
You could ask it.
You could ask him. You would not know what's in their brain.
Well, I'm going to link with him, and I'm just gonna say Glesef won't be happy with you.
Make a deception check. The creature looks at you. You say that with words or in your mind?
I link with him, so
Okay, so you say it in his head. You say that, and he looks at you and does not seem to be interested in immediately pursuing violence. He does.
okay.
He looks back in, brings his hand back.
And I'm just gonna say, if you leave, there will be no repercussions with your boss.
Okay. That's 6 seconds.
Oh god.
So,
Super fast. Just
anything
don't
else?
go.
Anything you want to move or anything else?
Yeah, I'll just move back. You know, I'll move right here, right in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, Ogum, your turn. You turn around, you see the door get kicked open. The bugbear tries to grab him. He kicks it away and immediately then responds with what he said and then gets in front of... Actually, he doesn't say anything. He just gets in front of the bugbear.
The bugbear just kind of puts his arm down, like, wait, what? And
I walk over beside Apollyon while going, guys, we got some trouble back here. And I'm gonna smack the bugbear with my shillelagh.
Please tell me he's got advantage for confusion.
Sure.
Oh, I have advantage on this? Even
Sure.
better.
Those will hit.
8 damage.
All right. So the confused bugbear looks towards Apollyon, and then Ogun comes over. Shillelagh! And just smacks him on the head.
It's like a Three Stooges skit.
Yeah. He just brings the cane out. He's like, rack.
And then with my my bonus action, I'm going to Healing Words Apollyon. And everyone in the aura gets 4 hit points.
Okay.
Apollyon gets 7. Everyone else gets 4, including me. Yay.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, hey, how long do I keep these?
Does that work?
An hour.
Okay, yeah, you're just still in the area. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right. So with that, Fondo, you're up. You see the unicorn emit with this glow of warm energy that heals and stops some of the bleeding. And you're up.
Yeah, I will, Ogum, move! And I will get past Ogum to this corner, and kind of almost like running towards the wall and then kicking off it and just twisting as I jump down. I try to snap the rapier down on the bugbear's head. Does 16 hit?
16 will just hit.
Perfect. He takes 9.
Okay.
And yeah, that.
Weird question. From where I'm standing, am I supposed to be able to see into that room as far as I am?
Your vision has not altered, so whatever you can see is what you can see.
Okay.
I'm treating it as I haven't seen through the door fully yet.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna call out Kazuto! Stand! Kazuto, get yourself 7 temporary HP.
Cool.
And that's my turn.
Cool.
Thank you.
Alright, so with that, Kazuto, you're up.
Bringing out my long sword. Gonna go for the one in front of, or next to Vondrel.
Okay.
That one right there.
You wouldn't
How?
you wouldn't be able to get through Apollyon to attack him.
So how? Okay.
I ran through Ogum's space and took up a clear area to fight from.
Yeah. You can move through someone, you can't stay in their spot.
No,
You can just shoot at him. Shoot him.
I could, but I'd have to reload my longbow.
Well, you've got a handgun, don't you?
Nope.
Nope.
That broke.
Oh yes, that broke. You got a hand crossbow, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna just use that instead. I'll just try to shoot the one on the right with my crossbow then.
Okay. 19 will hit. Go to roll damage.
Kazuto is just a walking lobby scene. Opens up the jacket, pulls it over.
You fire off the crossbow, and after the shillelagh and the slash, the bugbear's just like, "Ugh!" And then an arrow goes into his eye, and he just falls to the ground.
And that will be it for right now. Thank
I'm
you.
supposed to add to the turn. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, not you. Me. Good. Okay, with that, we're at the top of the run again. Hazin, here you go. You see everybody rush forward in the opposite direction and start engaging with something.
And that door is open because I'm seeing a lot past that door that I don't know if I'm supposed to be seeing.
What do you see?
I don't want to say it out loud because I don't know if it's supposed to be a
What do you-
surprise.
What do you see?
You would
What do
see
you do?
You would
What
see
do you
him.
see? Da-da-da-da-da.
I see several things.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Like, we as players, because of a broken wall, we see them all. You would
Okay.
definitely, from running down
There's
the
a
hall,
difference.
you see this
You can
one
see
name.
that
right?
he's.
Okay.
You can see that there's others on the other side of the wall. Does not mean Hazim can see through the wall. So, like,
Well, I'm
if you
talking
could-
the open door.
Yeah,
right?
'cause-
No, that's fine. I'm just saying, if you can see them, that's fine. Does not mean you can like short bow someone through a wall if they're on the other side.
Okay,
of
no,
the
I
wall.
just wanted to make sure because like I wasn't sure if like I'm ruining surprising by
Nope.
fucking mentioning it. So I'm gonna get to.
I've already said there
Here.
are several bugbears, so you're good.
Okay, there. That is not the movement icon. So I'm gonna get to here, and if a bugbear runs through that door towards anyone, I'm going to hold vicious mockery on someone,
Okay.
and that'll be my turn.
Okay. With that, the bugbears will rush out. Bugbear rushes out of the door.
Okay, first one that runs out before he even does anything. is like, that loincloth makes you look like a scullery maid. And that's me. That's my vicious mockery.
That's
he has to
pretty
make
good.
a wisdom save.
That's pretty strong. That's a 19.
Fuck.
As he
That
rushes
That's
out,
strong.
as he rushes out only in loincloth, and he just goes, "Roar!" and is about to baseball bat Negan Slugger's Apollyon.
And so my
Um,
words don't even. He's in bloodlust. He's like,
Yeah.
fuck it. I'm hitting somebody.
Yep.
Alright.
It was good, but you look around and no one
Yeah.
heard you. Apollyon, that's a
But
14
I am
to
a
hit.
scullery maid.
What?
That's a 14 to hit.
Yep.
You take 16 points of piercing damage.
And
Uh,
he takes 10.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
As he comes out, he just and slams into Apollyon, who anime just coughs up blood. And the needles shoot out, and the wind spins forward, and light slashes start to slash at his arms. With that, this bugbear here rushes over and is holding something, and the others you assume are doing something because you hear on the other side, and yeah. Actually, they'll do it like this because that would be so fucking funny. All right. Anyway, Balladier should go.
I'm going to just in my head scream, now would be a good time to help. And then I'm going to take a swing at the bugbear.
Okay.
Okay.
So was the skull.
Jesus Christ.
You go to attack, it grabs the staff, and it tries to pull it now from your grasp. And now you guys are locked into this now tug of war with his left hand, with a shield in hand, starts pulling out the staff and going.
It's like a Star Trek combat scene.
with more blood. Anything else?
If he's holding on to it, I can't move back, right?
You can let go.
I'm not letting go.
Okay then.
And then you don't move back.
So then I'm gonna just stay there and just, that's it. And my turn.
Okay, cool. At the end of your turn, the bugbear kneels down below you, and you do so. You look down at him confused, and it grins and it goes Torta!
Uh-oh.
And immediately, a javelin comes from the room. So, two javelins come out. The first one, you look up and you see a bugbear standing in the room, and it just chucks a javelin. You scooch up to the wall, and it goes right by you. The bugbear then pulls you in by pulling your staff that you are still holding onto. He pulls you back into the doorway, and another javelin comes straight towards you. Your eyes open wide, and this one's a critical hit. It pierces through your stomach, and you take 17 points of piercing damage. And it just impales Apollyon through the gut. And you just... yes, so with that, that was the end of their turn. Ogamura.
All right. I'm going to hit the bugbear in front of me with a shillelagh.
Okay, shillelagh. You go to strike, and he uses Apollyon's staff and brings it up to block your staff, your club.
Okay, and then I'm going to whistle and move the unicorn up behind Apollyon.
Okay.
With my bonus action.
Cool.
That's it.
Does the unicorn affect any healing in that aura, or
No,
only if you
just-
heal somebody?
Just healing from me.
Okay.
But it does give us, like I said, advantage to detect creatures within the aura. That's the only other thing this one does.
You get the idea that there are more than a couple bugbears around here.
Just if things are like invisible and we have to find them, we have advantage on it. That's all it really does.
Okay.
Well, meanwhile, I hope this rapier finds a bugbear's face.
Got it.
It does.
With it distracted in all of this combat, it's just moving around, and there's not much way it can dodge from you. You go straight for the head, trying to pierce through, but it brings its arm up, and you cut through its arm, and get a little bit of its neck, but not much.
All right, someone else finish it. Let's go. Kazuto, you're up.
Let's go, Kazuto. Kazuto!
You were fighting the one on the right, right? Or the one in front of you?
It's
The one in,
this one right
the
here.
one above.
There is a
Let
wall
us say.
to the left of me.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna take my bow and aim for him again.
Okay. 26 will hit. Nice. You fire off, and it sinks within its chest. What should have hit its heart, though. You're a good archer. You know when you hit your mark, and it fires off, and it hits into where you believe his heart is, and it stops, and it goes. And the bugbear looks almost afraid to move, thinking like maybe it's on its last legs.
When you're one off.
Yep.
Anything else, Kazuto?
And that's it for me.
Azine, you're up. Top of the round.
I can cast something into that room, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the range on this? Range is 6 to each object in a 20-foot cube. Okay, 3 feet. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. I believe that encompasses 30 feet. And the 3 in front of me, I'm going... Yeah, so the 3 in front of me, I'm going to cast Bane,
Okay.
which is going to be these black mummy-like hands that just kind of like give you like a hug from behind you while you don't really see like a person there.
Is that your last
And they
first
have-
level, or?
I've used none of my first levels.
Okay.
Yeah. I only have 1 second level left.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use those, and they have to make a charisma saving throw.
Well, no, last game too, right?
What?
You didn't
Yeah.
cast
Nope.
nothing?
The only one I tried to cast was a healing word, but I used my bonus action to stab a dude before that.
What?
I've only ever done this, like this entire dungeon. I've been using nothing but bow until I started using 2 shatter.
Makes sense. All right.
Yeah, so they have to make a DC 14 saving throw.
Constitution.
Charisma.
That's a 15. That's a 3 and an 18.
So just the one in the middle.
Yes.
All right. Well, at least I got one of them.
What
Okay,
did
and
you
then
cast on?
So what is that?
Bane.
Ah, okay.
Gonna be Bane right there.
Yeah.
Little face.
And then, whenever a target fails a saving throw, makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack or saving throw.
Works.
So he gets a minus d4
Yeah.
for a minute, I believe.
Sounds good.
And then for bonus action, I'm gonna healing word Apollyon.
Okay. So with that, the
So
bugbear
he's gonna get an extra
follow.
5.
Nice, nice. So, with that, the bugbear will breathe in, and then he'll double grip his Morning Star and swing away. It's gonna be a 10 to hit. Don't think that hits.
Nope.
No, it tries to swing, and its strength is just not there anymore, and it slams it into the stonework to your right, and it
Wait,
cracks
so
it.
he let go, right?
Sure.
I said. Well, if he double gripped it, he let go.
I mean, if he double gripped it, he owns you, like you owe him some money. Like, you don't want him to be.
Yeah.
Oh.
He let
It
go
was
of the
happening.
staff to double grip the Morning Star.
Okay.
And with that, he's done. Well, no, he's done. So,
And the others?
And then
and then,
I mean, he could just leave. I promise I won't stab him.
let's see. Yeah, he's on his last leg, so after he misses the strike, he just and he goes down again, and the others are gonna make their attacks. So the first one, the natural one, which was the Bane guy, so it doesn't even matter. He goes torta, and a javelin goes right through his back. He doesn't go prone in time. And
I know what you meant, but I totally misunderstood that as he speared himself.
No, just a javelin comes from behind, and it goes torta. And the other
Oh, the little
bug-
mummy hands grabbed it and just like shanked him in the back with it.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yes.
The other bugbear comes out and just chucks one at Apollyon too. And it's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, you know hits.
I know, I have to ask. It's etiquette. It's etiquette.
What is
So-
your AC?
You take 9. You take 9 piercing, as a bugbear now rushes out of the doorway and goes. And he's gonna come out and be like, and he's just gonna, with a really strong underbite, just fucking just like fucking swing at you, like motherfuckers. So 19's a hit for 11 piercing damage.
I'm done.
Thank you. And he spits on the ground, and then he sees all of you and goes, ugh! So Apollyon goes down. He's unconscious. Vondo, you're not up. Actually, Apollyon is up. Apollyon, make me a death saving throw. Nice. You succeed on 1 death saving throw. With that, it is now Ogum's turn.
hang on just a second. Okay, it's wisdom. I'm gonna cast a level 2 Cure Wounds on Apollyon. He heals for 16, and everybody else heals for 4.
Okay. You just go down and touch him, and then immediately just... And then a pulse from the unicorn just goes...
And then you slowly look up at the bugbear, just like, yeah, motherfucker.
Wait, do I get healed 16 or 20?
No,
You
16.
got 16. Everyone else gets 4.
Okay, alright.
Then hang on, I gotta see if something's a bonus action. Nope, that's an actual action. So yeah, I'll just chill out because I can't do anything else.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'll recast Shillelagh because gotta keep that Shillelagh up.
Okay. Sounds good, sounds good. Alright.
We gotta get them off Apollyon fast because Apollyon's still prone.
So, with that, let's see. It's good. So, Mono, you're up.
Yeah, I will stick him with the pointy yet. No, I won't.
Nope, you won't. You go to swing at him, and he's just gonna be like, and he's just gonna take an attack at you. Let's see. The 22 hit.
They count, yes.
All right, so you're gonna take half because it's not really an attack. You take 5 points of piercing damage as you go to strike. He goes, and he backhands you, but with his backhand, there's a large spike just on it, and he just sticks you into the shoulder with it.
Yeah, that's that shield arm. That. Ow. Okay. Yeah. Great. Yeah, I will then just. I will look down at Apollyon. You need to stand. And soon. Get yourself 12 temporary HP. Apollyon.
This episode brought to you by the Energizer Bunny. It just keeps going.
Yeah,
going,
well.
going.
These words of encouragement are done. I'm done with this. Fuck this. Gonna die. Baudril starts to stare forlornly into the wall, like, nope, it's it. Kazuto, you're up. Please prove me wrong.
I was about to do something, but since you said that, I'm gonna just hold that. So I'm just gonna bring out my crossbow again one more time. Hit the other guy that just ran in.
Okay. 13 will miss. You fire off, and this bugbear's just he's just in it to win it.
Bring it on!
P90X. Just like, da, 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 and you fire off the arrow. He's gonna grab it midair, and he's gonna throw it on the floor. And he's gonna point at you, and he's gonna go,
Can I? Okay. Can I take my chain off?
Sure. Make me a wisdom saving throw. That will not succeed. And with that, we're gonna take our first break.
Vondel is now against the wall. Might as well just bash my own head in.
You know why you can.
I need Darazun.
Fucking leave.
Right now.
You know,
Just
it's
fucking
lucky for you guys that Ogum has seen some shit on Joel.
Yeah, well, Olga will know the secret technique.
God.
Run away. Save yourself.
Damn it!
We will be back, guys.
Everything is just shit today.
Thank you
Fuck.
for watching the stream. We will be back in about 5-8 minutes, and we will bring you something special.
Oh god.
Well, I'm gonna go run to the bathroom in sadness.
Game over, man! Game all over our faces!
I critted a fucking flaming skull, and this is how you do me? God damn it.
No, you don't know how you gonna do you until I do you.
I am
So-
calling upon the voices.
No, stop!
Right now.
Stop this nuclear option shit, because this is how we fuck.
Don't worry. Hey,
I'll be right back.
Let's. thaumaturgy, by the way, it's a good idea. We'll see how it works out. If you are unconscious, you might still live. It's not,
Listen, I got my boy.
it's not. It's
Well, we
not,
gotta-
it's not instant death.
We gotta
So
see how this plays out because
we have to have enough people up by the end.
I have
Werewolf.
an idea, but
So
Man, let's see how it goes.
let's continue.
I think Brent will be back in a second.
No, I'm back.
Okay.
And then that's perfect timing then. Because as this all happens and the bugbear is just owning the moment, living it up to its fullest, Y2K style. Kazuto looks about, takes his necklace off, and immediately, Hazin, you look over and you see him groaning in pain. His necklace drops to the ground. His hand goes towards you, almost to grab you, in to help him deal with the contractions, literally. And his bones bend, his arm elongates, his form grows and expands. His clothes turn to fur as he becomes almost a size larger. He is now this 7-foot tall, hulking, roaring werewolf, and growls out in a and immediately, looking forward towards the fray, you're glad it's on your side until he grabs you by the shoulder and immediately makes a flurry of attacks. So Kazuto, if you would do me the honor of...
I don't want to do it.
If you... it's okay, I can do it.
I was gonna do it, but it's alright.
Okay,
It's
no
alright.
problem.
It's alright.
Go ahead and first make me a bite attacks.
I just do a regular pistol shot, right?
Technically yes, but not the damage wise. You could just... Sure, do your pistol, but you just have to roll the damage different. Well, technically no, because your pistol is too high. So just minus your 2, so that's a 20 to hit. Because that has archery on it, so it shouldn't be. So anyway, 20 to hit.
he still gets a +5.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Dexterity and
I'm
proficiency.
taking that.
So that's a D. So the claw is 2d4 plus 4. As you turn and you see Hazin, you grab him and you immediately embed your claws into his torso and push him up against the wall, and just the sharpened claws of the lumbering werewolf just grab into you, pushing you into the wall, and immediately Kazuto now make a bite attack. So it's better if you use your longsword, because your longsword doesn't have the archery on it. Yeah, there you go. You go to take a bite, and Hazin moves his face to the left. That puts your maw into the stonework, and Hazin, you can feel the snap of as these. It's kind of terrifying, but you look up now at Kazuto, and he has just got you in his grasp, basically.
I mean, the clawing was terrifying. Now I'm in the whole adrenaline's got to do something.
Yeah. So with that, Hazin, we're at the top of the round. Hulking werewolf now lumbering over you. Definitely hostile.
So
what
am I
gonna do?
pinned to the wall?
You're up against the wall. You're not grappled. I'll let you know when you're grappled.
Guys, we have a problem back here as well. And
Say that like a werewolf was about to kill you. Much better.
fucking werewolf!
Thank you.
Alright.
After some tea and crumpets, could you deal with the werewolf, please? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Let's see some fear.
he is very targeted against me.
Yeah, he's
right?
on you just.
Okay.
Look me in my eyes.
So, I'm gonna get the 2 swords at the ready, and I'm gonna use them to keep up like a parry, and I'm gonna just take a dodge action.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. With that, it is the bugbear's turn, and there are 3 in his way. Too many. Too many cooks. Too many cooks. Let's see. Bugbear is gonna look at all of you, and he's just gonna keep hitting Apollyon because he's just right fucking in the doorway.
So
He's straight
no-
up in the
no-
fucking doorway.
So no, like, what the fuck is the big furry thing? Like,
No,
it's
he's
bigger than I
fighting
am.
3 people, and he's in it. You're over there. So
Fair.
that's an 18 to hit, 16 points of damage. Go back down.
I'm not down. I had the 12 HP, 10.
Oh shit! So it goes slamming into you, and it goes, "Argh!" and it slams into this white corporeal shield, and then the shield shatters, and the residual damage knocks into you and pushes you back just a few paces, and you, whew. And with that, he's going to go continue his in sequence his cheerleading stance. He goes, "Daughter!" and he kneels down, followed by the javelin.
They're shooting someone that's on the ground.
Wait, he didn't get.
Prone.
Oh,
Did I
okay.
misunderstand? Did he not get Agathist? Or was that just
No,
my
no.
rally?
No, that
Oh,
was
okay.
Vandal.
Okay.
That's just my rally. Just
Yeah.
hey,
Ah,
man,
okay, okay.
You need to stay in this fight.
So that's a natural 1. The bugbear chucks the javelin and gets the other bugbear in the back of the not the thigh, his calf. And the second one,
Bane is off, right? Or would I have to roll to concentrate on that?
roll. You should be fine.
You want me to roll for it, or
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Yeah.
con save, or just Constitution?
Con save.
Constitution saving throw. You're fine.
Okay.
The other one chucks his 2. It's a 13 to hit.
Yep.
All right. You take 6.
Can I cutting words while I'm pinned against the wall?
Would you like to try?
Yes.
Make a perception check.
I mean, I'm cutting words. The one who javelin.
You have a
13.
werewolf on you
Yeah. Okay.
who
no, I
is
just wanna
about
make
to
sure.
bite your fucking head off. Make a perception check. No, you don't see it.
Fuck. Alright.
Yeah, that Apollyon, you're up.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood, but alright.
Okay, so I'm going to. Now I'm still like prone, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna thaumaturgy that door closed,
Okay. The door slams
And-
shut.
and then I'm going to look at the bugbear. I'm gonna look at Kazuto, and I'm going to try to liquid Kazuto, and I'm just go with the werewolf and say, this big guy behind me, you know, he's gonna taste better than my friend over there.
Okay.
That's it. Fuck, no check or anything. Damn. All right.
So
Stand up.
Make
so do I lose Bane because I no longer have line of sight?
and then I'll stand up.
Check your spell. I don't.
make a persuasion check, Apollyon. Okay.
Okay, and I'm up, and I'm just gonna There's really nowhere. I'm just gonna move over here.
He will take an attack of opportunity on you.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
Okay. So 15 to hit.
Mhm.
Take 12 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Damn.
So with that, Ogum, you're up.
Ogum.
And the reason your persuasion has less effect is because you link mind with a rabid beast and said, "Behind me." It has absolutely no idea what the fuck is going on. So he just he's completely clueless to the idea of behind who, you're in my head. Let me just eat this guy real quick.
Oh
So-
my god.
Oh yeah, all you did was tell him there's a better meal, so now he's just gonna eat meat faster because I'm the fucking like party. I'm like the party supply that came before it.
After
like
I
I'm
eat
like
these
the bacon
dumplings,
before the
I will
actual-
surely check out your cheese platter. So Ogum, you're up.
Oh god, this is nuts.
You move in front of the bugbear, and you're probably muted.
Yeah, I move over there, and then, Mada now of ever-changing night, I ask you now to bring down your light.
Oh,
And I cast Moonbeam on Kazuto.
okay.
You know what Moonbeam does?
Oh god, a little bit. Let me
Hang on, I'll
just
link it.
please.
Yeah, hang on, I'm trying.
Mm.
And it did not give you those things. Okay, the thing that Moonbeam does is if you're you make a Constitution save and you take, you take 2d10 radiant damage for being in it. But if you're a shape changer, you're shifted back to your natural shape.
So I hate so much
Or if
of
it
what
fails,
you
it
choose to be.
no, he makes a Constitution save.
So go ahead, because you don't make a Constitution saving throw. Yeah. You thrive in the moonlight.
Oh no.
Ever dance with the devil in the pale
Oh my
moonlight?
god.
So,
Where was this? Where was this?
You fire off the
Moonbeam?
moonbeam and it slams
right?
into him. So you take.
oh no, it's concentration. It stays.
Yeah, so every turn he has to make that,
But
right?
he does take 2d10 radiant damage. Yeah.
Yeah. So first you take 5.
Or you take
points
half of this.
of.
You take.
Um,
He takes 2 points of radiant damage. He takes half.
Kazuto needs to re-roll the Constitution save because as a shapeshifter, he takes that roll with disadvantage.
Really?
Does he?
Yep. Yep.
Someone link me the moonbeam, please.
Yeah, for some reason it's not linking the. It just
Well,
did the damage when I clicked it.
It would ask you if you made the card, if you put moonbeam.
Yeah, I did make the card. That's the thing.
Yeah, shape changer makes a saving throw with disadvantage.
Cool. So go ahead and remake that saving throw, please.
Wow.
He
Oh.
just eats it. He opens his mouth and he's just like, no, no, no.
Sorry, guys. I
Where the
didn't
fuck
even-
is this at when I was turning into a fucking werewolf? What the
He-
fuck?
He still takes the 2 points of radiant damage.
Sorry, guys. I didn't have the overlay up when they saw
Alright.
that, but now they can see
Well,
the moonbeam,
so I
the
have to-
Constitution save, and the
Wait,
double
what's my
natural
werewolf's HP
20s. It's 25. So just put it as your temporary hit points and work from
Make
there.
sure you put your 2 HP back though, because you took 2 of it off your normal health.
For the record, there's the text.
Cool.
And-
Get that shit out of here. I'ma eat your asses today. Dun, 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 dun. Sick of your shits, fucking adventurers coming in my
Just to be
dungeon.
clear, I've got it set on the stairs in Kazuto, so it's that little 5-foot block.
Yeah, no problem. All right, cool. That's your turn, Ogum.
Yeah, that's all I got.
You bring down the moonbeam, and you've seen it work before, and it fires off into the beast, and the blast pushes it briefly, and its nails dig deeper into Hazin, and he looks, and then it looks briefly towards you, and then prepares to bite down on Hazin's face. Bondo, you're up.
Yeah, so... Okay. I am going to deal with this bugbear while I still can.
Okay. 25 will hit.
Please take 6 more damage.
Yep. You streak it across, getting a good cut under its left arm, and just opens up a good wound.
Oh, it's still up, isn't it?
Yeah, he looks pretty hurt, but he's still got life in him too.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna... I am just gonna pop my second win now and hope for the best.
Okay.
We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Not like we're gonna get gutted by the rear.
Don't worry about it. Not a problem.
You're talking to Vondel. He's doomed. He worries about everything. It's Hazin's go. Or
Yeah, Kazu.
Kazuto's. No, it's Kazuto's turn. Oh, no.
Well,
Kazuto.
but he has to make another save, right?
Yes,
Because
at
he's
the start
starting
of his
his
turn.
in Moonbeam.
Okay.
Let's see how rigged this really is.
And then same thing, you have to do it at a disadvantage.
Yep.
Sure.
Wait. Don't I roll? You said I rolled twice or once?
Just
Twice
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Just click
Toggle
disadvantage,
disadvantage.
and then roll your Constitution saving throw. 13.
That is the spell difficulty.
Okay, so he succeeds. So Kazuto,
Exactly the
the
spell
flare up of the moon grows, and you feel.
And he also takes another 2d, right?
Oh yeah, he does take more.
Wait, don't I roll to like have control again or no?
No, sir.
He took 7 points of moonbeam damage that time.
Okay, so take 7 more points, Kazuto, from your werewolf HP, and now bite Hazin's head off. I'll be a 14th. No, you don't have disadvantage anymore. So, but we'll say that's a 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, cool. So the claws go deeper into, try to go deeper in, and immediately you kick him off of you, and he lunges forward. Go ahead and make your bite. Nice.
Does not hit.
Actually, these are all supposed to be a disadvantage since you're still assuming dodge. But regardless, they all miss anyway. So with that, you try to get a grip of him and bite him, but it just doesn't. Nothing takes hold. You swing, and Hazin dishes to the left. You go to bite. He brings his head down, and with that, we are at the top of the turn order. Yeah. Cool. Hazin, you're up.
I hate to be a bother, but just to be sure, is the werewolf hitting with a +4 strength or a +2?
His strength is +4.
So Kazuto's strength is a +2.
Oh, yeah.
So did a 16 hit?
Did a 16 hit, Hazin?
It did, but I'm going to cutting word it, and I'm going to see if I can at least survive that. So.
You should, even if you roll a 1.
Well, no, because that makes it 15, right? So I have to get at least a 2.
Okay. Alright, cutting
Alright.
words.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Cool. So,
There's a bardic inspiration down.
so with that, his head goes for a bite, and you just, as he goes to bite you, what do you say?
Why is it always you fucking twit?
It stops for a moment. And DB draw misses. But with that, it is your turn. Thank you, Patrick.
Better hope you turn back. And that's my turn.
No, it's your turn now. That was his turn.
I was gonna dodge action again.
Okay, dodge. So Bugbear is up. He's got this turtle in front of him, and he's got this other dude at him. The turtle's pointing towards the other guy, so he's gonna take a swing at that guy while he's not looking. Shit. Let's see. Come on. There it is. That's a 22 to hit.
That'll do it.
All right, that'll be 10 points of damage as he hits you in the back of the skull. Towards the back of your shell, and you do hold on to your spell. And with that,
How much damage was it again? I'm sorry.
10. I'll flat 10.
Okay.
And with that, the door behind him is gonna open, and Bugbear's gonna come out and be like, "Oh, Dirta!" And he is,
Oh, and we looked it up. Bane persists as long as I can
go
maintain
ahead.
it.
Yeah, go ahead and make you can make an attack of opportunity, Vondo and or Ogum, because he's gonna try to dip, switch. 24 will hit. That'll be 8. Nice. And then Ogum.
16 hit.
Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry. Yeah. Ooh.
Did we just cross slash him?
You did, but he just like ah, and then starts crawling away. Yeah. You just like ka 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 ka, and then he just starts crawling away, and the other one comes in and Mortal Kombat switches tag, and then he tries to immediately Scorpion Flash on you. Ogum is gonna make an attack towards you. It's gonna be 16 to hit.
Fifth.
1 second. No. Also, well, I was gonna do Bane, but that was too, so it doesn't matter. And then that's it. The other one's gonna hold his turn. So with that, the Bugbears are done. And Apollyon, I need you to make another death saving throw, please.
Nope.
That's a natural 1. That's 2 failed death saves. And with that, Ogum, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna start swinging at the Bugbear because I'm engaged. So.
Okay.
Lele. Does 15 hit?
A 15 just misses.
Balls.
So with that, you go to swing, and he's going to duck under. And as he ducks under and goes low, the other Bugbear is going to chuck his javelin at this opportunity. That's a 16 to hit, which I assume misses still.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay, the javelin goes soaring through the air towards Hazin. Hazin goes low, and the werewolf catches it mid-air and looks at the javelin for a moment, and then at Hazin. Anything else?
I didn't have anything else.
Okay. Vondo, you're up.
So I'm gonna spark the green flame blade, and I'm gonna try to X cut and hopefully hit the one that retreated.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully leapfrog it, but
Well,
since I can't see, I'm just gonna fire it into the room and hope.
yeah.
But you know, I'd really like it to, because this other one, he better be dead.
I mean, you should get something for a fucking nat
No,
20.
he's full health.
Uh-huh.
I did get the damage. It was.
I will say you go ahead and roll you slash at this one, and though the other one did have a lot of movement, the flame just like a needler in Halo, tracks that dude down, and you just hear a, and that is a good hit. You strike through for that's 13.
13 for this guy.
Cool, very nice, nice crit. So yeah, you take out the other one, and you definitely strike some fear into this one as you get a good meaty chunk in with your rapier. You stick it in, then you remove it and slash him a second time with it, and just create an X.
Okay.
So with that,
Yeah, I'm just gonna. That's my turn. I'm gonna just deal with this bugbear.
okay, cool.
Hopefully they deal with the werewolf.
Sounds good. All right, Kazuto, go ahead and make your Constitution saving throw. We have disadvantage. Yeah, boy.
You're fucking kidding me.
Now he takes another 2d10 at least.
8 more damage.
So you take
You
8
burn
more.
all those werewolf hit points off yet?
I don't know.
By 1.
Really? Off by 1?
Yeah.
All right, you have now make me the claws attack, and then make me the bite attack. You should really just do roll. Actually, that no. Yeah, you should really just do roll 1d20 plus 4, and then just do it twice, because it's with disadvantage. Technically, it's with proficiency, so it should be a plus 6. But still, it's disadvantage, so that's not going to hit the first one. And then and then bite. So 1d20. Technically, it's plus 6 because you're proficient.
Do you want me to do plus 6?
Yes.
Well, just add
you just
it.
add 2 is what I meant. So,
Oh, okay.
So that's a 17 to hit, and then but you still disadvantage, so roll again. So that's so that one will finally not hit. No, that will hit, right?
Yep.
That's 17 and
Well, hold on. So there's 4 rolls here, so let's
The first one
separate
is-
them by.
Yeah.
First one is a 14.
Yes, we know that that one don't hit, but the
Yeah,
second
that
one does hit.
Second one, 17 does. Yes.
Yeah, so 1d8
Oh,
plus 4.
same thing.
My problem was I was thinking damage-wise it's 4 damage because it's not. He doesn't gain proficiency damage, so it's 1d8 plus 4. My apologies. Really got to put it into your character sheet.
So you want me to
So
roll
it's
1d8 plus 4?
1d8 plus 4.
No, but hold on. It's a 17, right?
Yes.
Alright. Are you still gonna keep doing this, you fucking idiot? Fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay.
That's
Go ahead. 1d8, please. Plus 4.
Plus 4.
Yes. 6 to hit, 4 to damage. That's what it was. So that's 10 points of piercing damage as his maw just bites down on your shoulder and sinks in as he just starts drinking the blood as it pours out. And with that, I think his turn is over. So now, Hazin, it is your go. Here, I'm gonna put the werewolf stuff in your thing. So you can,
Okay. So, I'm gonna stab him.
Okay.
There's a 14 hit.
It should.
Yep.
Okay, so I stab him.
Okay.
For 7. And then I'm going to use a spell slot to healing word Apollyon.
Oh my.
And Apollyon gets an 8 back.
Jesus.
Oh my werewolf's health is going. So.
You have reverted back to your human form. You stab him and he immediately groans out in pain, pushing back into his side of the wall. He whatchamacallit? It should just be that's 4. he reverts back to his human form, fatigued, in his regular attire, and with almost a bit confused.
That was my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, a healing word, the Apollyon from you.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
You are still riding death saves though, so be really careful from now.
No, I know.
Okay. You have now your bite and claws things macroed in. For the future.
Wait, so does a nat 1 count as 2 failed death saves? Or
Yes.
is it one?
Yeah.
Okay, so alright.
Yeah, and they stick.
Yep. So
Until long rest, right?
yes.
Yep.
And with that, the bugbear is up. He's gonna jump over Ogum and kill a pop. No. He's going to take a swing at Ogum.
Oh, wait. I got hit, so I gotta make a con save, right?
Yes, but yeah, you're fine. Let's see. Bugbear will make an attack. That'll be up. That's not gonna hit. So, the bugbear goes to swing at you, and immediately as he goes to strike you, Ogum, he drops one hand off the Morning Star and puts his hand on his head, and immediately starts reeling out in a bit of temporary pain, missing his strike. And with that, he will end his turn, and the other will hold his action. Apollyon, you're up.
Alright, so I'm gonna get up.
Hold on, real quick. Does me using healing word cancel Bane because I'm using a different spell?
No, concentration.
If it's
Okay.
another concentration spell, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna move over there. I'm going to take out my staff, and I'm going to raise it and fire at the bugbear that is right at the doorway.
Okay. I will hit. Wow. Yeah. You fire off, and that's exactly enough. You fire off, and you puncture his chest cavity, and it punctures in. He gasps for air, and then you send him flying into the doorway, and he collapses on the other side of it to the ground, breathing out. And he's dead.
And then I'm going to move once more over here and end my turn.
Okay. You move closer, and let's see. Ogum, you're up.
All right. I'm going to step into the room and then move Moonbeam to be on the squares between me and the bugbear, so it's on him and then in the square in front of me.
Okay. The light ushers forward and glows, illuminating this very dark room. You see the embers of a dead brazier, no longer lit, and in the room you see tons of beds. You see trunks and just what looks like to be sleeping quarters.
And I say, in the name of the moon, I punish you.
Okay. He's gotta make a
Is that what you were searching for?
Probably. So
Because we heard it.
I tried to mute it, I missed.
Bashojo Senshi Ogum.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah.
So bad.
So with that, Vondo, you're up.
Um,
Oh wait,
I
no, sorry. One sec. Before you go, his held action will be javelin to the face. Ooh, straight to the face. That's a natural 20.
Oh, that's gonna sting.
That's gonna be 15 points of damage as you run in and go, in the name of the moon. And he just reels out and goes, "Rah!" Name of the moon. Oh man, clam chowder.
That is not very Sentai. You don't interrupt the intro.
Name of the moon. And he just goes, clam chowder. But yeah, Vana, you're up.
Oakham, let me pass.
Yeah, you can
Throw down the rose. It's time to bring it.
So I come in, I get to this side, and yeah.
Yeah, that'll
Let me
hit.
just vent some frustration.
You get him after he's trying to pick up his Morning Star after throwing the javelin. Almost defenseless, you get him while he's you kick him right in the knee before he gets fully up. Bring him low enough to just slash through a part of his chin, and you shear like right under the lip.
Okay. That's my turn.
Alright, with that, Kazuto, you're up. You feel exhausted, winded, and you look at Hazin and you are just like, oh fuck, what did I do? Because you've been here before, but it's been a long time.
And I look at the ground, I see my medallion. I look back up at Hazin, he's just looking
Pissed. Very, very pissed.
I just go grab my medallion and put it back on in a hurry.
Okay.
And I am going to move inside if I can. Is that like
Sure.
right,
Got plenty of
right,
space.
right next to Ogum?
Okay.
And I take out my bow and try to hit him,
Okay.
hit the bugbear.
Go ahead and make your attack. An 18 would have been your actual roll, because it was the first one. You can turn disadvantage off now. And yeah. So you get in, fatigued. You draw you bring up the hand crossbow and fire it out, impaling him through the kneecap. He goes down to one knee. Now he picks his Morning Star up and looks at all of you. Don't do this!
And that's it for me.
Okay. With that, we're at the top of the round. Hazin, you're up.
I can see him from where I am completely.
Yeah.
Then I am going to shoot him.
Okay. You get winded as Kazuto runs forward into the room. Take a moment, you bring out a bow, you bring out your arrow, you notch it, you fire off, that hits, roll damage.
6.
You stick him right through the chest and it pierces through. He's now very bloodied at this point.
I'm gonna stay where I am. That's gonna be it.
Okay.
Con save?
He's,
After that con save.
he's not. Though he's not in the light. I thought you said you put it in front of him.
No, I put it between, like on top of him and between me. It's a 5-foot radius, so it covers like a 10-foot block.
Oh,
Okay.
then the first time I entered.
Then he
Well,
would.
it could be oriented like up above him, like 5-foot square.
Sure.
Like I
Okay.
said, it would be like the 4 blocks in
Like
front
there?
of me, one to the north.
Constitution.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a 16.
So he takes 5.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so with that, he's harried, bloodied, the moonbeam almost blinds him. He brings his hand up to cover his eye momentarily, and he looks at all of you and fuck it, rushes forward. Base goes low with the Morning Star, and he's gonna try to sendo you. That's gonna be a 16 to hit,
That misses.
and he goes to sendo you, and he goes, and Apollyon, you're up.
Same thing. I'm gonna raise my staff again, and I'm gonna try to Eldritch Blast him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit. That will hit. How do you want to do it?
So winded and hurt. Gonna use the staff to, like, give myself the energy to walk over. Gonna look at the bugbear, raise it straight up in the air, and I'm just going to call upon the blast at the very top of the staff, and I'm just going to slam it down, and as just the beam of light is going to go right into his throat, and his whole entire mouth and his eyes are going to light up with a purplish glow and explode.
Cool. The glow fills his mouth and they start to pour out, almost like emanating from the head itself, until they explode, and tongue just slaps in front of Ogum's face, and just the tongue slowly streaks down it as Ogum just stands there.
The tongue doesn't burn in the air.
No, sir.
Because of the moonbeam.
No, sir, it does not. It lands on his face, and all the skull and blood and brain splits itself among Kazuto, Vando, and the surrounding area, and the creature falls to the ground. And after a 3-hour combat session, you guys are victorious.
Okay, so I'm very quick with this, but can I try to loot the body to see if I find any healing potions?
Sure. After being hit with a fireball and knocked unconscious and almost dying, Apollyon's first thing to do is to rush over and check his his loincloth.
Healing potion.
Go for it. Go for it. Roll me investigation check, sir.
I mean, that's
Roll
probably
it. That's what you fucking get. That's what you go in and you find a freaking half chub bugbear dick. That's what you find.
And underneath the other loincloth is another bugbear.
Anyway.
Well, since we're in this phase of just fuck it, I'm gonna walk down the stairs angrily. I'm going to find that sword we were talking about before, and I'm gonna see if it's of any value.
Sure. You pick it up. It's a rusted sword.
Is there anything on it of note?
Dust.
Okay.
You should all go.
I'm checking this room out. Are all the other doors and entrances? Are there more entrances to the room?
There's another door at the other end of the room.
Is there a lock on it?
No.
Does it open in or out?
Who knows these days? Let's see. It opens out.
All right.
No, it opens in.
In. Okay. Yeah. I want to start pushing one of these beds over in front of it.
Yeah, I'll help him if he needs help. Can you help Hogan?
Yeah.
Hey,
Alright.
that flame skull, that just turned into dust, right?
As far as you remember.
Is
a lot
there...
has happened so far. You go back?
No, because I know how this goes. No.
Oakham,
No, I'm going in this
what
fucking
are
room.
you doing?
I'm having a nice lay down on the bed after we get the other door barricaded.
However, one thing
You're going
before
to sleep here?
I'm taking a breather at the very least.
Okay, Ogum just pushes. The bed's just scraping against the stonework until he gets it against the door.
most of the zombies we fought with were charred, right? Like beyond
Yes.
recognition. Okay. So much for checking that dwarf one. All right, fuck it. Just in there.
Go over to the bodies, or what are you doing?
No, I was just going in the room. Like I'm just,
Okay.
I'm sitting down against the wall, just
Okay.
pissed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go onto the bed that's all the way in the corner, but I can't see it, so let's just pretend Apollyon's there.
Okay. Let's see what else about this room there is.
Is it really this dark in this room that I can't see past the brazier?
Does anyone have any lights yet, or is
Actually,
Olga's...
I will use my torch to light the brazier before I go and sit on the bed.
Thank you. That's nice. Appreciate it. Let me get that light thing going. Oh shit. Oh no, I deleted them out of frustration since nobody ever uses fucking torches. Okay, so never mind.
Oakham always uses a torch. What are you talking about?
No, it's literally just you and a bunch of humans wondering why they can't see in the fucking dark. Fucking you can't see.
Listen.
Hey, have you looked at the overall intelligence stats on our crew?
I'm just gonna give you a brighter light since I don't have a light source to light up right now.
I mean, this is not the brightest of parties if you haven't looked at the stat lines.
There we go. Should be much more light now. All the lights.
We can see.
All of the lights. All of the lights. All of the lights. Fast cars. There we go. Can you see now, Apollyon?
Yes.
Cool. Good.
And I would use prestidigitation, but I need a torch for it. I don't have any.
It's okay.
So.
Would you like a torch? I have 16 of them at this point.
Thank you.
Back at Phandelver, someone's like, "You have any torches for sale?" And he's like, "We have thousands of torches."
We just don't sell to that team.
And then it pans back to Apollyon just sitting on the bed like.
Well, I'll take 2. That's all I need. Thank you.
Sildar's like, we should have given them more supplies.
Should have given them at least a torch. He's like,
they'll be fine.
They'll be fine. Tundra's just like, you worry too much.
They've got the turtle. They'll be fine.
They have all that sarcasm. They should be great. So, anyway, what would you guys like to do? You guys find
short
yourselves...
rest.
You are maxed
out.
Long
rest?
You are maxed out on short rest per day.
I agree with the long rest, honestly.
All right.
Yeah.
No fucking argument on this.
You're going to sleep here.
I mean, we're gonna take watches, but like, I'm pretty tapped at this point with everything.
The door to the one that Bond was setting again. Did that open in or out?
It opens in, but it is very damaged from the fireball. So, it is a door.
I'm gonna lean against it. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna pull out some parchment and ink.
Okay.
You want to rest here? Feel free. You should leave then.
I'm not going anywhere. I can't. I'll die.
You talking about leaving this place, or? Bondle?
It's better, probably, at this point. You should go live your lives and leave this sorry tomb of a place.
There's some blood on your lips, Kazuto.
Oh, thank you. Just wipe it off with my ripped, damaged shirt.
Mm-hmm. Just then wipe.
Before I take a long rest.
I just say, guys, I'm hungry.
I walk over, I rip his sleeve off, and I go, "There's blood on your mouth." And then just throw the sleeve at him.
That's actually better. Right?
That's good.
There seems to be an evil here that somebody got to deal with. So know why that can't be us. We already here and whatnot.
Well, during this time, I'm just gonna take out my my holy symbol and I'm just gonna stare at it.
Much like Ogum, I am also pretty tapped.
Which is why you should not rest here. You should not tempt fate. You should head back to town. It's not that far. If you go now, you might make it before the sun fully sets.
Well, I have something to accomplish here. I'm not going in.
Look, if I can sleep in the jungles of Jolt, I think I can bed down in a barricaded room for a few hours.
Vondel just sort of cocks his head at you. At all of you. You are that determined? Forgive me, gentlemen. I will take first watch, and I tap against the door. You'll be safe enough, I'm sure.
Ogum crawls into one of the bed, has a sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay in bed and as I fall asleep, I'm just start thinking about my my lost family.
Okay. So, who's on first watch, Vondo?
I am on first watch.
I'll take second watch. I'm not gonna sleep in an actual bed. I'm just gonna nuzzle up against the wall.
Okay. So.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
And rather not. I don't want to wake up with infested wolves as I look over at Kazuto.
Well, for the first 2 hours and a half, Vondo, make me a perception check. In the distance behind the door, you hear a very familiar sound. And after the first hour, you hear something a little more disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
It's ever so often continues throughout the night. The other companions don't hear it though so often, but you clearly hear the familiar sounds of zombies and one floating flame skull within the vicinity.
What I need to know is, do I hear the distant rumble of that wave?
Eventually, yes. You do hear a very cacophonous and echoing boom that eventually flows through the entirety of this cavern. Just a massive
Direction?
North.
Which door? There's only 2 doors into this room.
Not like from a doorway, from the other side of the wall. You hear it much more potently. North of you would be the direction through either door, really isn't where it's coming from.
Okay. An hour or so in, Hazen, if you are still awake, after my short rest is over, Vondel gets up, removes his backpack of certain items, and he leaves it on the ground. And then just silently bows, and he walks out the door.
The door that he
Making-
was sitting in front of?
Yep. I'm going to make my way north as far and as quickly as I can. Because I do not have the time.
So you're going through the door you came from, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, go ahead and make me a stealth check. Seven. You open the door and the innate silence of this area, you make your way over here, and you see the not reforming of the zombies killed before, but you see the shuffling of newer, fresh, some fresh, but some other zombies in the area. And as you're moving through the area, you're shuffling.
As he walks out, I'm gonna wake up the other.
Okay. So
Guys.
you hear your chainmail just rattling against armor, and you hear how blatant it is in the within the silence, and you hear a and a shuffling towards your direction.
I keep moving.
Okay.
Hug the wall as far and as fast as I can.
Okay. So you get through here, and I'd say you'd be here before the zombies could actually really respond to your movement. You didn't see the entirety of it, but you did see the red flame of the flickering flame skull. But at this point, the zombies don't sprint or anything. They're too slow for that. They just shuffle towards your direction.
I will, in order to keep the attention on me, I will throw Eldritch Spears at the flaming skull.
Okay.
But I will keep moving north.
Okay. So if you want, you can make an attack roll. Or just keep moving. It's just like fire. Are you just firing them off just randomly, or just trying to actually?
I will throw to hit.
Okay.
But the main thing is I am pushing forward.
Okay. So fire off the Eldritch Blast. It doesn't hit, but firing it off towards the flame skull, it goes. And it'll start flying towards your direction with the other zombies moving over. So with that, Hazin, you go and touch Ogum, and then you move over and you start touching Kazuto and Apollyon. At that time,
So we can take our hit dice for a short rest.
You've already taken 2 short rests, so I don't know how many hit dice you guys actually have anymore.
I have 2 left. So I've
Okay.
only used 1 each rest.
Okay. So yeah,
But we can take them.
Yeah, you would be able to take them.
You can take them. I left after a short.
Yeah, I got 1 left. I got 3, so pop 1.
I had 3.
And
to be clear, at the door, I've left a backpack of materials. If you want to know what they are, I will tell you. But there's also a written note of parchment and a set of letters I've created. And I've left those in front of the door when I shut it behind me.
Okay.
But you can do what you do.
With that there, the door was closed, and you guys see the backpack as you wake up, from a brief rest. Vonla, you would get more movement now, so you got 30 or 60 based on whatever you're gonna do. This I would say here, however, is like a steep 10-foot drop. It's like a what should have been a waterway, which you get from the from looking at this forge.
Okay. I will. I'll just jump down.
Okay.
Try to. Well, I'll jump down closer to here.
Mhm.
Actually, no. I would have made my movement up top and then jumped around the corner. Here.
Okay. He's got more. 2. Okay.
If they look like they're gaining,
No, they're not.
I will action surge, but otherwise,
No, they're not. But you make it there at that time, and looking over, it looks like basically what it is, just in no longer used waterway to power the wheel and probably the forge itself. And you hear on the other side, as you get closer, a roaring waterfall. Just nearby. So you guys wake up. You see that Hazin is, doing whatever. He has woken you up from your sleep. What do you guys do?
Do we see the bag?
All of you, no, pay attention. Vondel's gone. He left his bag, and I think he went ahead without us.
Why would he do something like that?
I don't know. He has a death wish, or he wants to be a pain in the ass. I don't know, but what do we do?
Do you know where he headed?
I'm assuming I see the bag in front of the door with the notes piled on top of it.
You
But
do.
Yep.
what's the deal with the notes?
You open them, or
When I go look at them, is there anything on the outside of them?
So there's a set of letters that are sealed. There is a open note that merely writes, "Good fortune. Please escape with your lives if you can. May you lead good lives ahead of you."
I think my friend may be trying to die.
Good. This is what we need right now. So, what is the plan? We have to decide now. I don't think he's been gone that long, but who knows?
Which direction did he head in?
He went through this door that he was in front of. I don't believe he went the way we came, because that would just lead outward, and it really doesn't sound like he'd be leading outward.
I think I have an idea of where he's going. Well,
I'm going to shapeshift into a jaguar and see if I can pick up his scent.
okay, you do.
And I'm gonna start tracking him.
Okay, Vondel, you make it to the other side already, and you see now before you a massive cavern across the way, a roaring waterfall pouring down to probably 100, if not a little bit more, feet down into a cavern that the stream flows north, and a lot of the sound, the sound of the waves just start crashing, and it takes up the volume of this room. There's no more silence. You just hear the constant pouring of the waterfall. And and as you're looking down at all of this, you see, if I can do it. You see all of that. And you see that they're basically the ones down at the bottom are just combing through large boulders, rubble, just siphoning through it. And at the top, the voice calls out, "Make sure to dig deep. He said it was here. You will find it, or you will not be allowed back up." They do not take notice of you, but you do notice that there is a gaping cavern between you and them, and you are basically at a dead end.
What is the distance down the edge?
Going down would be about 100 feet.
Does it look like if I climbed along the wall edge, does it look like I could meet up to this plateau area?
You could try. It is very steep. It would be difficult at best. And it is a long way.
Yeah. Well,
So
it's not like I've got time or a chance. I'm not going to deal with that, though. I am going to attempt to climb along this north edge. I continue on to see what else I can find. Maybe there's this easier route down the way, but that's my intent. I'm going to side shimmy.
Okay.
Across.
I need you to make me a dexterity check.
A dexterity what?
Check.
You cut up.
Check.
Athletics, acrobatics, or
No
just straight?
no dex. Trying to stay on the narrow pathway is gonna be
That's acrobatics.
well, it'd be dex, not acrobatics.
I mean, that's like walking a tightrope, isn't it?
Sure. Why not?
Well, that's what acrobatics is all about. Dex-based. 15.
15 will get you onto the edge. So, that'll get you about here to when you are now over the creatures below you in the cavern, and you hear now the water going consistently, just pouring through, and you're shimmying across now. You put your leg on stonework and get a firm foot and get your second foot over, and you have basically maybe 3 feet of space for your foot, and you shimmy and shimmy and shimmy, and the bugbear on the across looking down at the creatures below goes, and you see him take a step back from the edge, as does the other figure, and the other creatures start to spread out, and you don't understand why for a moment, and you notice a rumbling, and then from the ceiling a massive boulder just dislodges and immediately starts to fall, cascading into the rubble below, and crashes into the ground and breaks apart. And it just that sound starts to emanate from this room and cascades throughout the cave, followed by a few more that dislodge continuously for about the next 10 seconds, and just continuously making this very loud barrage of sounds. Alright, what would you like to do?
I will continue along the cliff edge.
Alright, go ahead and make me another acrobatics check. Okay. As you're shimmying across,
10 this time.
you get to about here when your foot gives into the stonework and you lose your footing, immediately falling down towards the slope. Make me a dexterity saving throw, please. Okay. That's not... So... one second. Just confirming something.
So, Ogum, you turned into a panther right off the bat?
I needed to track you. Yeah. Keen senses. Didn't say anything to the party, just dropped down to a panther and started sniffing the ground.
So,
It's not even that shocking anyway. I got bit by a werewolf. Nothing fucking nothing.
So Vondel, after the your foot dislodges and some rock goes loose and you start to slump down, you go to catch the edge, and that grab onto the stone dislodges too, and you immediately start tumbling down the cavern. You slam into stonework, then bump off that and continue propelling yourself down. The creatures turn as you're falling down. You see very vaguely their glances towards you, and you try to grab more. You try to grab something, but it doesn't happen. You fall all the way down to the bottom, taking 44 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep. That is unconscious.
And as you go unconscious, before you wake up, you see briefly a bugbear grab you by the hair, and you fade to black.
What the fuck?
The party, at that time, you guys rush out of the room of Ogum and stuff, and by that time, these creatures would be like around here. So that's kind of how far it would have gone a little further, but just slow. So you guys go out and you stumble into the flame skull and a bunch of ashy looking zombies heading north down the hall. And with that, what do you guys like to do?
Have they noticed us?
Yeah.
No, they're moving towards whatever north direction is.
Okay, we're going to try to
Towards the
best
scent
avoid
of
them.
Vondel.
Which toward the scent of Vondel?
Yes.
Great.
Wait. Damn it. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea.
In essence, the zombies aren't too bad. It's the
listen.
flame skull. That's the.
So I have something that let me find it.
Yeah, I know
if this
it.
will work, but
It should.
all right. So I have a potion of climbing. And if I take that, can I just be on like the ceiling and like try to sneak over?
You're trying to do
So, a potion of climbing gives you a climbing speed equal to your walking speed for 1 hour. So you have 1 hour duration. So yes, you can go on the ceiling. But during the time, you have advantage on any strength or athletics checks you make to climb.
All right, so I have the potion of climbing that I can use,
Yes.
but the thing is about everybody else.
Right.
Well, this is
Actually,
the more
I have-
important.
All right.
I got one. I got a better idea. I'll use the potion of climbing.
Mhm.
Right? I get on top of the ceiling, but before I go on top of the ceiling, if anybody can give me like an object to like throw to distract them to
I
a
will.
different area.
I will cast Spider Climb and follow Kazuto.
Okay, so
I'm just watching two idiot motherfuckers walk up the wall without discerning a plan on this. But what?
okay. Well, Kazuto.
It's not an idiot move when we didn't officially decide it.
Okay. Kazuto
Anyway.
corks out the potion, and then
I didn't drink it yet.
If
Then-
if
then
he
doesn't
drinks
drink
it, if
Listen.
he drinks it, I will follow him with Spider Climb.
Listen. Reason why I didn't drink it yet is because I'm thinking about you guys. Okay? See how we are developing situations. Now, Apollyon's following me, but I still didn't take it because now I'm thinking about how to do you. That's why I'm trying to get an object so while I'm up on the ceiling and direct the people to a different area. If it works, you guys can sneak past.
Okay.
So
the zombies move another
Uh,
15 feet
so I'm-
forward.
Before you guys decide to cast magic and whatever that potion is, why do you need to be on the ceiling to throw something?
All right.
just to
How-
clarify, Ogum, are you sure Londo went this way? You pick up a scent through here. I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Well, he nods. he row.
Everyone make a stealth check while you're talking.
Ugh, could be better.
Oh wait, that did not roll right.
No, it.
No, but did not.
Sorry. Fat fingered some things. Wow, I finally have a bonus on stealth and that happens. That's awesome.
To your knowledge, nothing happens.
I'm the
You are.
stealthiest jaguar.
Well,
Do we
whichever
know?
do.
Do we know
Sound of
100%?
silence. Dun, dun, dun.
Do we know 100%? Like, have we heard cackling?
Yes.
Okay, so we know that skull motherfucker is there.
Yeah.
There's at least one of them
Yeah,
somewhere.
you turn around the corner, you see his floating head just going.
Okay, well, that motherfucker is our problem. We need to do something about that one. The zombies
What do
are
you want to
nothing.
do?
Do you have options? Because I don't have
The-
any options because I got bit
the-
by a werewolf.
Well, that's why I
only
am
thing-
throwing out options because other people don't have any.
Both of you quiet.
Don't
you-
you
if-
start, Mr.
if
Armor
both-
of
if
Agathis,
both-
run into
if
corner.
If both of you get a
Oh
spot,
God.
I will kill both of you. Now, the only thing that I could do.
Okay, is that
Is-
what we're going with?
Oh, can we just
Well,
stop?
Hazine,
You're
Can
gonna,
we
you're
just
gonna
stop?
start fucking
And-
threatening
Hazine?
group.
If Hazine, you are getting mad at Kazuto for no reason. He is throwing out options. That is it.
No reason.
And
Sure.
and as we speak,
Sure.
they're probably
I-
getting closer to us.
I'm gonna look in.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, you know what?
Oh.
Fuck it. Fuck it. You want to fight? Let's just fight him. Come on. Fuck it. Fuck, man. I just tried to throw out an option and fucking it's.
And that's where we're gonna end it.
Can I throw the fireball?
dog.
No, we're gonna pick that up next.
We're fucked right there.
We're gonna pick it up next game with the
It's
Flame
alright.
Skull literally turning the corner, just like.
Just have
See
he
Ogum
has his
looking
popcorn,
back as
just
a
be
cat,
fucking
then looking
watching.
back down the hall, looking
He's
back
just
as a cat, like, really, guys?
Like, guys, come on, he's turning around. Guys, he's turning around. Oh wait, I'm a cat. Oh wait, guys, guys.
Well, that was good.
So yeah, we'll end it with the cackling Flame Skull turning about, and the
Could have been
Ash
worse. We could have
zombies
not
turning.
had a short rest.
Yeah, could have
Well,
been worse.
What can you
yeah.
do?
You could have had a friend, but you.
You could have long rested. You
You know,
could have
it's
walked
alright.
away. You could have, you
No.
could have not fought.
Patrick, you knew.
Oh, no,
You knew
but-
what they would have
but
done.
we
the
were going-
moment.
But we
Oh,
were
I-
going to walk on the ceiling. That was gonna help the ceiling.
That was a
Hey,
way better
sometimes you have-
option than to
sometimes
actually
you have
fight
blocks.
somebody.
It
Have to
floats
use them.
30 feet in the
All
air.
right, Tom. Did you have a better idea? No, you didn't. Because if you did, you would have said it, right? Correct.
Oh, well, we're going
Well,
to go
this
with
is-
the whole,
this
like, I'm going
is-
to take the necklace off.
Is
near three
everything
people.
is everything going to revolve around you disliking what I say right now?
Yes! Yes!
And why
you
is
know
that?
why? Because I have 10 marks on my chest that look like claws.
Tom,
And
dude,
I have
doesn't
7 marks on my neck that look
Tom,
like teeth.
what's my percentage of fucking failing a Constitution savings throw?
Really
What's my
fucking
percentage?
good, apparently. Let's go over what my adventure has been so far. It has been you wandering off while we're fighting to death.
He's not here right now. Just relax. Keep it to character.
Yeah,
I
there's
was in
difference
character. That was 100% awesome.
The problem is you guys don't distinguish between character or player, which is why I say to RP. Otherwise, people will take things you say personal, and that's D&D. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That's how D&D works. So feel free to like, comment, and all that, and then yeah. So do all that stuff. Anyway, it was a good episode, guys. Good combats. Took a while. Things happened. Yeah. So anyway, we'll see you guys in the next episode, and we'll see how this ends. So have a good one.